Zack Zitherbear receives a strange locket. Raftus and Rufus on another escapade. Last time from Raftus and Rufus Sing with Xavier Explorer. Raftus and Rufus were outside thinking. "Let's do it," said Rufus, and they both started grinning. "Tomorrow we'll see Zack, then keep a watch out. When Xavier sees Zack, we'll discover what it's about." The next day, Raftus and Rufus had arrived early at Zack Zitherbear's shop. They had helped Zack pack things away all morning without a stop. Zack had said thank you very much and had waved them goodbye. But Raftus and Rufus didn't go home. They hid under a window close by. Later that morning, Zack Zitherbear loved playing his zither, but today his head was all in a dither. Xavier Explorer had called into his shop, left a small package and said, "Sorry, can't stop." "The package is for you," Xavier called from the door. "I'll come back later and tell you more. You can open it now, but don't let anyone see. It's a special secret between you and me." Zack locked his door and unwrapped the parcel. Inside was a strange locket. He got quite a startle. Xavier had just come back from the east. "It must be from there," Zack murmured, and his interest increased. "It's got a hinge at the back. I'll open it slowly." Inside was a photo. Zack examined it closely. "String's alive!" exclaimed Zack. "It's a photo of himself. I have a photo of him over there on my shelf." "A long time ago, I found an old cupboard. There were a few things inside to be discovered. One was the frame with the photo of himself. It's the one that sits over there on my shelf. Himself is a lord from Zestiny, a land far away. No one knows his real name. He might tell us one day. He visits Arctos every now and then. It's always a surprise because we never know when. Himself is a shy bear who refuses to have his photo taken. Yet now I have 2 photos of him. I'm not mistaken. Who took that photo and who took this one in the locket? It's very mysterious. I wonder where Xavier got it." Xavier travels north, south, east and west. He finds old treasures for me. I'm always impressed. This locket is very ornate and the photo looks old. I wonder if maybe it's made of gold. Zack sighed as he hid the locket safely away. He must wait till Xavier explained the secret later today. For now he'd just ponder on the photo and its history. It really was all quite an exciting mystery. Meanwhile, Raftus and Rufus had watched all this with big grins of delight. Now they sat in the bushes planning. Would it work? It just might. "We need to know what Xavier says," whispered Raftus. "He is coming back soon. We'll have to stay here and wait, maybe all afternoon." Xavier Explorer shares a secret. Raftus and Rufus watch and listen. That afternoon, Raftus and Rufus waited and waited, peering through the grass and the flowers. At last Xavier came back. It had seemed like hours. They crept to a window, watched and listened. And what a story Xavier had told. "Let's go home now, Rafters," said Rufus. "We've planning to do, and it's getting cold." About Xavier Explorer. Xavier Explorer was an adventurous bear. He travelled a lot, from here to there. Xavier liked to find old things with a history, things that had about them some sort of mystery. Xavier had just come back from a trek to the east. He'd been away for 4 or 5 weeks at least. This trek had been really worthwhile. He'd explored old buildings and dined in style. On his last day there, he'd entered a shop. "Things of Antiquity," had read the sign at the top. In a box on the floor, Xavier had found an interesting old locket. He paid the price and carefully put the treasure in his pocket. "Where did this come from?" Xavier asked the shop owner bear. "There's a photo inside, and the locket itself looks rather rare." The shop owner bear was delighted to chat. "From a strange little bear," he told Xavier, "who wore a funny red hat. The strange little bear told me the locket was very, very old. It had belonged to his aunt, but now it must be sold. The photo inside is of a Zestiny lord who apparently had won some sort of award." "That's all I know," said the shop owner bear. "No, I remember something else I was told that I can share. This Zestiny lord was called Bartholomew, and he had some very strange powers. He played music on a box he called an izzy that kept bears dancing for hours and hours." Bartholomew hasn't visited here for many a year, and the strange bear's aunt has shed many a tear. This Zestiny lord had given the aunt his photo in a beautiful locket. "It's the locket you bought today and put in your pocket." Xavier had travelled home to Arctos with great speed. He went to see Zack Zitherbear, who was surprised indeed. Then later that day he returned and explained everything to Zack about the photo and the locket, and said he was pleased to be back. "We have a mystery here," Xavier said with a sigh. "We have a new name, a locket, 2 photos and a music box. We just don't know why. Let's keep this our secret until we know more. Himself, also called Bartholomew, has strange powers. It's a mystery for sure." Later, the 2 little bears sat in their cubby planning their trick. "Have you got that little photo, Rufus?" asked Rafters. "We'll have to be quick." They skipped in excitement as they hurried along the track. "It'll be very funny," said Rafters. "What a surprise for Zitherbear Zack." a nighttime drama featuring Raftus, Rufus, Zack Zitherbear, Xavier Explorer and Officer Oscar. That night, Raftus and Rufus arrived at the door to Zack's antique shop. They could just reach the handle. It was up high at the top. The door opened. It was dark. They crept carefully along the floor. They needed their torches to find the locket hidden in a drawer. Raftus opened some drawers and used his torch to see inside. Where was the locket Zack had put in there to hide? "I found it," whispered Raftus. "I'll open the back, replace the little photo and—" "Oh no! What was that crack?" "It's Zack!" squealed Rufus. "He's coming down the stairs! Quick, put the locket back and we'll hide behind these two big chairs." Raftus tossed the locket and pushed the open drawers in. Zack would never know where Raftus and Rufus had been. "There's no one about," muttered Zack. "I have to make sure before I look at the locket that I hid in the drawer." Zack turned on a lamp and opened the drawer to take out Xavier's find. "The locket! It's gone!" exclaimed Zack. "Oh, I'm going out of my mind. I must phone Xavier. He'll know what to do. I'm all in a fluster and haven't a clue." Xavier said, "I'll call Officer Oscar. He'll come straight away. Now don't touch anything, Zack. Oscar will know what to do and to say." Xavier and Officer Oscar arrived a short time later. "I'm in charge now," said Oscar. "I'm a good operator. I'll find this locket you say has been taken. Have you found anywhere that shows a bear break-in?" Officer Oscar whipped out his pen and a missing thing form. "Fill this in now, please," he said. "It's just the norm." Xavier and Zack started to answer the questions, some things they didn't know, and just wrote down suggestions. They had to declare there was a photo of himself, the Zestiny Lord, and Officer Oscar was most intrigued. A mystery like this always struck a chord. Just then a loud crash made them all jump. It was followed by a resounding bump. Raftus and Rufus were shaking with fright. Officer Oscar might arrest them. He might! Raftus had knocked over an ornament, then had fallen onto the floor. "Oh no!" cried Rufus. "We're in big trouble now, for sure. Officer Oscar, Xavier and Zack quickly looked up and stared at the two little bears. "What's going on here?" said Oscar. "And why were you hiding behind those two chairs?" "We didn't take the locket," cried Raftus. "I put it back over there. It's in the drawer. We were only going to replace the photo. Then Zack came down the stair." Zack realised what might have happened and opened a different drawer. There was the locket in a different place to where he had put it before. "You do get up to mischief," said Zack. "You really are two little toughs." "Officer Oscar," whispered Rufus, "we were worried you might put us in your big handcuffs." Everyone laughed, then laughed and laughed some more. "I think it's time you all went home," said Zack, picking up ornament pieces from the floor. "All's well that ends well," said Officer Oscar as they went out the door. "But there's still a mystery to solve sometime. Of that I'm sure." It really was very funny. chortled rafters as they ran home between the trees. "It was," replied Rufus, "but we must be more careful next time. I wonder if Kirsty has got any new keys." "What'll we do tomorrow?" they sang as they ran. "We'll think of something, I'm sure we can." The end.